Alright, we're recording.
Alright, welcome back to Monday Night League of Uneventful, Unexpected Heroes-ish. Last week, our heroes...
John?
No, not yet.
He is not
I
ready.
need to.
We are waiting on our fifth member who will be joining us shortly.
Poor guy.
But, in the meantime, let's recap. Last week, our heroes set out from Shawstone. They woke up in about 12 miles outside of camp, or outside of the city, where they had themselves some nice breakfast and set out on their adventure. They didn't really have too much, anything exciting really happen. They met a band of bards, and oh my gosh, that smells delicious.
You smell delicious.
Thank you, Gianni. I try my hardest to smell delicious. And they met a band of bards. They talked a little bit. Eladia went hunting with one of the bards, a human. Came back with a good chunk of meat for each of them. Had a nice lunch. Talked for a bit. Nothing too exciting there. And then they traveled onward until they heard a suspicious noise that they decided to check out, which led to the ground falling out from underneath them when three of their party decided to step on top of the where the sound was coming from. And the weight was just too much. The weight of three people was too much. They fell into a room that Delg realized was ancient dwarvish ruins. They called out to the two party members that had not fallen in and said there were enemies down here. Eladia, our lizard folk, went to investigate, used her divine sense, thank you, and found that there were in fact enemies down there to be killed.
Thank God,
just
I've
not
been lying otherwise.
What's the Christoph?
Just not there were not enemies in the room. However, Nate, the intrepid rogue, put some ball bearings next to a room, or a doorway, excuse me. And Christoph set up an illusion of spike traps, and then they knocked on the door to get the attention. And when the door opened, it was 5 goblins and a hobgoblin.
Two of
the goblins
came through, and then we had to leave before the other three came
Right. We stopped just before battle ensued. Two of the goblins entered the room, immediately having to try to go over the ball bearings, which they did succeed at first, until they saw the spike trap, where they both failed their wisdom saves.
They're not very wise.
No, they're not.
No.
They're goblins.
They looked up that first time.
They jumped back, scared, and one of them managed to keep his footing, but the other one, the second one, did not. He fell prone right on his back.
This guy.
Hit after jumping to try and avoid the illusionary spike trap. Hit the ball bearings and was subsequently thrown prone. So that is where we will start. Everyone, roll for initiative.
Yay, initiative!
Hold on, I'm gonna roll to see which of these two die are better.
14.
Hey, John's apparently joining us now.
Okay.
9.
Hey, you joining now? Alright.
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Roll for initiative. I'm gonna turn the speaker on.
Hey, got 9.
Hey, hang on.
I'm gonna roll to see which of these die are
You guys have
better.
been out of battle for so long, you forgot how we do this. Remember your numbers. I'll call them in a minute.
Okay, so I'm gonna... And I believe I get a... Okay. Yummy.
Yeah. Don't you guys just love our taste in music? You people on the internet?
Play Banana Phone again.
Banana phone.
Banana phone.
Wait a minute. Is banana phone trademarked?
You can
In our
technically
expert
sing,
review,
you can
that song is
technically
good.
sing up
There,
to
we're safe.
10 to 15 seconds of something. It's called sampling, and it's not trademarked, I think.
We're using it for review purposes. I just did a review on it. We're fine.
And that, my friends, is the Banana Phone song. It's a very good song, written in the 19 Who Cares, and is very addicting to the ears.
Yep.
This is a problem. I master reset the U-boom and now it won't power on.
That does seem
This is
like
what you get for
Please
fucking with
charge
this
it.
phone, you dumbass.
No, it's been...
You can try some Cialis for that.
Initiative is dexterity, right?
Uh-huh.
There we go.
I'm glad nobody caught my joke.
And he's here.
Welcome, sir.
Welcome.
John?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. Did you roll for initiative?
15.
Okay. Well, that I just needed a yes, not your actual.
Hey, John, what's your depth?
High enough.
Oh,
Alrighty.
I forgot
Asshole.
how to roll for initiative.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
initiative numbers. Anyone get 25 to 20?
20.
All right.
Are you talking about
Nat-
dex
nat
saving
one?
throws, or what are we talking about? Dex
plus initiative modifier 3.
Dex.
Oh, how do I? Am I
base dex, I
Your
just have a
initiative
10.
should just be your
A
dex
what?
modifier.
If you
Oh.
have
I have 10.
You have a 10?
some sort of feat or something,
Yeah,
it might
10 for dex.
change it.
Ha! I go
What?
for you.
Feature.
And is it a proficiency
Oh,
bonus
you
or
got
just
the same.
just
Yeah,
Just
that's what I was
dex,
asking. I
unless you
wasn't
have
being
something-
nosy.
Unless you have like a piece of
I thought you
equipment
just
that.
wondered how much stamina I
Or
had.
something in your class.
Right.
That would be a con save, sir.
I do not know how to D&D sometimes.
Nah, that's how much health I
Or
have.
at all.
Okay. It's okay. Oh, I forgot I was looking for rogue, not thief.
I mean, if we're talking about
You're supposed to look
stamina,
at-
that's a different type.
Let's see. Sneak between.
You can't have my sandwich, no.
What should I drink tonight?
Something that gives you lots of stamina.
So definitely not
Trying to
whiskey.
find a tequila. Did I want to take the tequila with him? Huh?
Okay.
Okay.
So you're
Guess I'll
at
just have to
second
go with
level.
whiskey.
You have quick thinking and agility, allowing you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat that can only be used towards dash, disengage, or hide action.
I didn't know I had quick thinking. What else?
We've gone through this at least twice already. It's also you during each of your turns.
Quick thinking.
During each of your turns, you can take a bonus action to either dash, disengage, or hide. You can only do one per turn.
And the second
Come
one
with
was.
Disengage.
I really don't want to.
Dash,
Hey,
disengage,
these
hide.
burgers aren't getting
But,
fun to cook.
To answer your question, none of your abilities so far give you higher initiative. Okay, so 19 to 15.
15.
15.
17.
Okay.
And we've determined my dex is better than Milan's.
Okay, so Milan.
Me?
Alright, 14 to
Juice?
11.
No, we're not doing juice.
Juice?
We're not doing juice.
What'd you get?
You should get juice.
12.
We had this conversation when we wrote the list. We said we're not
And
doing
Dell's already gave me his.
Why?
juice because the amount of money we've got for
Alrighty, so that is everything. That is every one, I mean.
Juice should be included.
Alright, so at the top of the round we have
We need
Dell.
everything on this list.
We'll go
Money
first.
left.
I'll head up. I don't know which square he's standing in.
So we
I'm
have
gonna go right up to
we
him.
have we'll say this guy is who's on his feet is ahead of the guy who is prone. So
So yeah, I'm gonna go up to him and take a swing with my beer stein.
smash it with a hammer.
13. 13 to hit.
You said 13?
Yep.
Ooh, that will not hit.
And I'll use my bonus action for another mistake.
Oh,
That won't hit.
Alright, so you approach the first goblin with your beer stein and attempt to
don't
overhand
know.
smash it, but the attack was just a little too wide, allowing the goblin to
So she
duck
get blamed
underneath.
for it.
In the same instance, your unarmed or unequipped hand comes in for an unarmed strike, and that too, the goblin manages to avoid. Next, we have the hobgoblin. Let's see.
Good job.
You hit him. Who did it?
I'm not a rat.
Fuck one of you.
Alright. The hobgoblin is going to use his longbow. Since he is at the back of a line of goblins, and it is a fairly narrow corridor, I'm going to say he has disadvantage. And he is going to... Hang on.
Isn't this guy all the way back here?
Yeah, all the way back there.
Isn't he gonna hit one of his friends?
That's why it's at disadvantage.
Oh.
So, the goblin, at disadvantage, attempts to fire his longbow in order to hit Delg, who's attacking his guy, and the arrow slams right into the back of the person immediately in front of him.
Oh my god! He got the critical
The
fail.
goblin, hang on. Okay, and the goblin immediately takes
He's fine.
5 damage.
That's awesome.
Barry's fine.
Has he been fed?
Oh yeah, I
Alright,
just fed him.
it is going to be our goblin pal's turn. Hang on. Oh, okay. So,
Come here, buddy.
this guy, seeing you walk through the spike trap, he immediately recognizes it as an illusion and calls back to his fellows, "They're using magic to trick us!" And he,
That was pretty good.
Considering I don't think any of us speak Goblin.
Actually, attacking him.
I even had to like snarl.
sorry?
Can I take my opportunity?
Yes, so he's going to try and move past you to get to Kristoff, the clear magic
What
user.
are you doing?
It'll be 17 to hit.
That will
Okay,
hit.
so you're gonna have to calm down. All right. Go
For
out of
9 damage.
under the
For
table.
9 damage? Okay. So as he tries to get past you, you take a swing with your beer stein,
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
slamming him right in the jaw and sending him sprawling to the ground. After a few seconds, he does not get up.
Barry, lay down.
Give myself
The second goblin uses half of his movement speed to get up. Nate, since you are right next to him, you can do an attack of opportunity.
Sweet. I'm gonna use my rapier. 13 plus what is the modifier?
Does your weapon have a modifier on it at all? It'll say like +1 or +2 rapier.
Oh, sorry. What's just 1d8? Okay.
No,
Um,
that's a damage. That's not hit.
Your 2 hit would be either your dex or strength, depending.
Probably strength.
With a rapier, it'd probably be dex.
Yeah.
Dex.
Rapier's
Okay.
the finesse.
Oh well then.
Yeah, rapier.
16.
That will hit.
Whatever they call it, fighting, not finesse.
So go ahead and roll a d8 for damage.
There you go.
Versatile is what they call it, fighting.
I couldn't remember either, so there you go.
7.
Yeah, it's a finesse weapon, so it uses dex. 7. All right. So as the second goblin attempts to get up, you use your weapon to stab downward into his chest, right into his heart.
Ooh.
The third goblin comes in. He has to deal with your ball bearings.
Oh god, Milan, we're not even gonna get a chance to do anything this combat.
Planned ahead.
That's a shame. Can't show off.
All right. DC for save on ball bearings. I believe it's 10, isn't it? DC 10 dexterity saving throw. So this goblin moves in, annoyed that his brethren have already fallen, manages to keep his balance, and
Since he moved into my field of vision, do I get an attack of opportunity? I don't know.
no, only if he moves out of it again.
Well, and you've already used your
Yeah,
reaction.
you only get one reaction turn unless
I get
your
a bonus?
bonus grants you more. Bonus actions are on your turn.
Yeah. So
Reactions are on other people's turns.
Just making sure.
oh, that's damage. My mistake.
You wanna know the last time we got into combat? I still had that poison on my weapon.
That is going to be a dirty 20 to hit you, Nate.
That's how long it's been.
And I need to figure out what my
You should have a section for your AC.
armor class. 14.
Okay, so that'll hit. He swings at you with his scimitar for 4 damage.
All right.
Let's see your next battle.
Oh, I already have a pencil. Thank you.
Oh, usually you don't have one.
Fireball.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
The other goblins come in. And
I feel like
They
the
are
beast
going
should be
to
more towards the middle. And
scooch past
the army surrounding him.
and go after you, Dilg.
All pink.
That is going to be a 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
It's the simple things in life.
That is going to be 7 damage. He swings at you with his scimitar, cutting you right in your chest, putting a big gout of
I know it's nothing great, but
a nice deep cut right there in the middle of your chest.
Feels melty.
The
That's okay.
third goblin, unable to really
Sorry.
enter the
It's
room,
fine.
got up to like 90 degrees.
is going
today.
to use his short bow. And really, he can only see you, Delg, so.
Okay.
Bad.
Ooh, 17 to hit.
That'll hit.
Almost
All
a
right.
little baller on initiative. Felt like I had a good initiative
Just
roll.
lick it. Just go.
That
for
is
it.
going to be 8 damage.
At least.
The arrow hits you right in your shoulder,
Thanks.
bringing you for 8 damage.
Yeah, I not grab the arrow. I'm almost falling. You barely keep my feet.
I didn't realize it was that melty.
Okay. Christoph, it is now your turn.
Alright, so of this mess, is this one alive?
The ones that are up are still alive.
Okay, well this is like half pint size. Can't tell if he's okay. He's standing. All right, he's as tall as the other dude's laying down.
It's a halfling. It's a halfling miniature. Calm down.
All right, so
There's a goblin.
I'm going to cast magic missile on this fucker right there.
All 3 on that one?
Yeah,
Okay.
I like him.
Excessive for a goblin.
He laid out the first your mom joke on me, and I'm like, who, buddy? No, I don't know my mom.
You don't know your mom?
Come back, die. This is difficult. There we go. Woo! 10 damage.
Alright, as all 3 missiles attack the goblin nearest
What?
the...
Oh, that's right. So, +1 for each of 13.
As the missiles
I
reach
don't think
out
that changed the outcome.
and slam into the body of the goblin, the first breaks his knee, the second one cracks his rib, and the third one hits his head with such force that it explodes.
Woo!
It only really changed the outcome of the last sentence.
Oh, okay.
Either it was going to hit him and drop him to the ground, or make his head explode.
I like the head explode.
Yeah, yes. It is now Milan's turn.
I need to.
Did you guys make it into
Wait.
the cavern, or
No,
were
we
you
didn't.
still up on the top?
It's still the top.
Well,
First off, is it really my turn? I
my
thought
dex
it was-
beat his.
Oh, your dex beat his?
Mhm.
I thought you said Milan's beat yours. In that case, Eladia, it is your turn.
Well, second, follow that up to answer your question. We were scaling down whenever he pounded on the door, so.
Okay. So you're kind of in the air.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish coming down.
Okay.
That's bad for dogs.
I would say you have. Let's see. I would say it's
I don't
get
know
down
the
from
table.
where you were would be
Go.
10 feet.
Can I step on dead bodies?
You can step over dead bodies.
I can't be in the same square though.
I mean, squish 'em.
I'll allow it.
Oh, never mind. He moved me, so.
Sorry,
I
I
can't-
was trying
I
to get you. I was trying to get you like in one square or the other. So
Very good. Out of under the table.
Go right there then, and I'm gonna whack.
okay, this guy is still in effect.
Come on.
Alive, so go ahead and hit for roll to hit.
Nat 20.
Now lay down.
Okay, roll for damage. Roll for crit damage.
Let's see, Bethany, D10.
You hit I love it.
Well, max
Try not to
damage.
let Barry under the table.
So,
Say what?
Try not to let Barry under the table.
Okay,
There, no.
Nope.
go. There you go. Thank you.
He just grabbed his
24.
rag just like, oh.
24.
And which one is Bethany? Your spear or your halberd?
Halberd.
Okay.
Susan's the spear.
You
Okay.
can.
You as you swing
Yeah,
Bethany,
you can't be under the table.
one clean stroke is all it takes to separate the goblin's head from his shoulders. However, you're not done with him.
Oh, jeez.
You proceed to separate every limb from his body. Arms, legs, even his extremities.
I quartered him.
Yeah.
You also neutered him.
With one clean stroke for each limb, you find more and more goblin pieces on the ground.
Oh my goodness. There's one left. Let's make another George.
There's two left.
Oh.
You have this guy here and this guy here.
Let's reduce it to one and we can have another George.
Can we just
Okay.
use the ones that are like, that can stand up?
Yeah, let's just use the ones that stand. Alright, Nate, it is your go.
Okay. I need to step into view right here. Alright. I'm kind of maneuvering and I'm aware of my ball bearings, by the way.
Mhm.
Okay. So, very carefully. And then I want to pull out my bow and shoot the first one in front of me.
Okay.
Ciao.
Roll for.
Remind me, is it an action to put your weapon away and pull a new weapon?
To stow a weapon is a
I believe it was.
move action.
It's a move action? Okay.
And then pull one out.
Pull one out of it.
That's a free action. Okay. So, can I still?
Yeah. Since you didn't move, then
I thought he did move.
I
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
he 5-foot stepped. That's
Yeah.
Did he have 5 footsteps? I can't remember.
It's literally like
You
I'm
can
right at the
shift.
door. All I did
Shift.
was just like
That's
do
it.
Yeah.
It's shift.
yeah, he
I
shifts.
knew there was a.
I'll allow it
There's
since he-
shift and there's disengage.
I'll allow it since all he really did was shift. So
Sorry.
So you do have your bow out.
Just go to 3.5. We all have 3.5 memorized.
Except
Alright.
for these two.
Well, they don't have either one memorized.
Fair enough.
I haven't
High five,
used.
Troy.
Woo!
They almost missed.
Wait.
They're nerds.
Does he know 3.5?
No, you
No.
don't. That's why I said except
But
for
of
these
the
two.
3 that actually have rules memorized, we all 3 of us know 3.5.
No, I was talking about Jonathan.
Oh yeah, Jonathan knows 3.5.
Gotcha.
14, by the way.
That will not hit.
I was like, you see my bookcase, so.
The arrow swishes past the goblin's head, narrowly missing and embedding itself in the
That's probably
wall
all you're
behind the
gonna pick up on the
hobgoblin.
mic.
Gonna do. No.
Oh,
Your bonus action only allows you to dash, disengage, or hide.
I want to do my bonus action to go ahead and do that.
Okay, that's a disengage.
Yeah.
so eager.
Disengage.
All I want.
Okay, so Nate shifts forward around the corner, fires his arrow. Seeing it miss, he disengages and moves backwards. I believe is it 5 or 10 feet?
Pretty sure it's 5.
Okay. Moves back 5 feet. All right. Top of the round, Delg. With that many dead bodies in such a confined space, your move speed will be limited.
So we're talking difficult terrain? Half
Come to
speed.
you.
Half speed. Half speed.
9. 10 feet. Yeah, alright, we'll try it. I'm gonna, with my free hand, gonna grab a dart
Okay.
and throw the dart at
Okay.
him. The one
Wait,
that-
did Milan go?
Oh shit.
Nope.
Before you do that, Milan.
I'm gonna see how long it took.
Jerk.
You were after Eladia, so it's going to take you
something.
15 feet to get to the ground.
Okay.
And they're
Oh wait, you put me there, so they're right there.
they're about the door that they're in is about 15 feet to your left.
It's a big
Now-
clusterfuck
And
over
you
there.
notice there's
Yeah.
a dwarf that looks really rough.
Yeah, I was about to say, Delg took some hits earlier too, and he's much closer to
On
you.
a scale of 1 to 19, I'm sitting at about a 3.
Holy shit, dude.
Wait,
Sounds like you're okay. You're fine.
Yeah, I mean,
you should be at a 4.
just understand that you may need to use your spare the dying soon. So, like,
You should be at a 4.
no, I took 1 damage chopping from
Oh,
the ceiling
yeah.
last time.
Just because we ended last time doesn't mean the damage automatically went away.
You guys didn't have a chance to rest.
I forgot about that damage. Because it's not
All
my
right, so
turn.
Milan, what are you doing?
So how far away is the nearest enemy?
Farther than you have movement
Farther
speed.
than you have movement speed. You have.
We've killed all the ones in the immediate vicinity.
You can get up to Delg though.
What he's
So-
saying is you should really heal Delg.
So basically, what we've got here is a rectangular room. The only remaining enemies are outside the room in a corridor.
It's a funnel of death.
Perfect. I'll go up next to Joe again, ready in action. If any enemy comes in my attack range, I'll attack them.
I did 50.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Now the top of the round, Delg.
Good job, buddy.
I'm gonna keep standing by the cleric, but I'm gonna throw a dart at the one directly in front of me. 22 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, sure, I guess. Yeah, that'll definitely hit.
Those are probably. Right there. No.
Okay. This was the one that had already been attacked by his captain. When your dart hits the goblin, he had already lost quite a bit of blood from the arrow in his back. The dart in his neck was
Those are
just
mine.
enough to send him toppling to death's door. All right. Now it is the hobgoblin's turn.
Yes, those plates are mine.
Upon seeing his brethren at his feet, he cries, "The battle is lost! Retreat!"
Pussy.
And he runs away.
Oh.
I want to yell pussy very loudly. And I want to make sure he can hear me.
So which language?
Oh,
It's
mine.
mine.
Common.
Spirit, this plate's mine, and this plate's mine.
No, it's mine.
I won.
It's okay. I'm messing with my friend. My roommate's bad. He was asking, I made a bacon
I
barbecue
yell at the
burger.
goblin as he's running
It's
away. Your
cheeseburger.
mother was a
It's like,
cow.
which plate's mine? It's like, both of them are mine. It's like, really?
You hear the
Yes,
footsteps
both
receding.
plates
They
are
don't
mine.
appear to be stopping at all. At
All right,
at
the
any of
last
your
enemy
insults.
ran away.
Oh.
All right.
Let's go chase him down and kill him.
You're gonna just run after him?
Okay.
I mean, you can come along with. I'm not gonna go alone. Which one do you?
That's fine. Let's see.
Okay. So, for 5 goblins. Hang on, I gotta do some math.
Math is hard.
Math sucks.
Mathing hard.
For everyone watching at home,
Listening.
listening at home, or watching YouTube. I mean, technically, technically they'd still be listening, but it's
I won't judge
it's
you.
also technically a video. Point is, don't do math, do drugs.
Jesus.
What?
I cannot condone this.
Well,
I can.
I'm talking about
My dad's a
hydrocodone.
math teacher. Like,
That doesn't
Like
mean
after
you-
surgery, hydrocodone is some nice stuff.
Oh, no. You gotta go for the better stuff. Go for fentanyl. That'll be safe.
Oh, jeez. And thus we have 6 Michael Jacksons on our hands.
And a prince.
Alright, go ahead and take 50 XP each.
There's gonna be people in Minneapolis who's gonna kill me over that.
Yeah.
Barry.
Did you
Barry, out from under the table.
How much XP?
Did you get your XP?
Oh, okay. I clicked there before.
Yep.
No,
I did.
you take
Yeah.
50 XP. Nope, no table for you.
And then take the XP that you want to add.
Loot or chase?
50.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
showing
yeah,
here 93.
loot. Definitely loot. Always loot.
Alright, so we've got a bunch of dead goblins. How fun is that?
Yeah. While they're looting, I'm gonna be over like pouring some alcohol on my wounds.
The one that's directly in front of me, I'm gonna go ahead and loot him.
I'm gonna loot whoever's left.
They looted all the good ones.
I loot the guy in the very back.
Okay.
I left George with the horses.
Yeah. He's our security.
I actually did tie him to the same tree that I tied the horses to.
He's not going anywhere.
Just around the waist, and that's not true.
I mean, we made sure of that now.
I just tied him around the waist. I didn't like tie him up. Then the wolves might have got him.
He'll be fine.
Okay, so Nate, you're looting the one in front of you.
Doesn't have the intelligence to undo a knot, so the wolves are gonna get
Pretty
him.
much the one I stabbed with my rapier.
Well, he's there to be a deterrent against
Oh,
against anyone that may get the horses. If George was somehow to meet an unfortunate, untimely end,
You find 16 gold pieces.
it was not my fault.
Alright. What do I...
Del, you are pouring alcohol in your wounds.
Yes.
Eladia, you are looting which one?
The one in the very back.
Okay.
Loot the body, loot the body.
Alright, so who's all in?
Who's all hurt?
Yep.
Delg.
Just me.
Yeah, the guy pouring alcohol
I'm
in his
about
nose.
dead.
You find 26 gold pieces.
Holla.
Alright. Which one's lib? Which one was captain?
Alright, take 11 points of healing.
The captain ran away.
Thank
Oh,
you.
the captain was the one that ran.
Yeah, the hobgoblin was the one in charge. He
So,
ran.
did you hear me?
Yes,
Okay,
you said 11?
then I'm...
He's
So,
better
take
now.
11 points of healing.
Is this one... I
Thank
guess it doesn't really matter, guys. Has this one been looted?
Only 2 of them been
No.
looted.
Okay, I'll loot
Yes,
him.
this one and this one have been
Alright.
looted.
Did you say loot or eat?
Oh.
I'm not hungry right now.
I mean, I didn't.
I can cook him.
Oh man, what's good to take
Oh
off
yeah,
of a goblin?
you flash fly that rabbit.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm gonna take a skull.
You want to take a skull?
Yeah,
Do it.
the one that I like quartered up.
Okay.
Hey, I am really writing all these body parts down. So
I'm proud of
All
you.
right, strip it. Like literally strip the flesh off his skull and take it with you.
I have a right hand, 5 left foot big toes, 3 spines,
Bar,
a couple of deer antlers,
behaving yourself.
skull, goblin skull.
You find on this goblin a rusty old key,
Okay.
18 gold pieces, and whoa, you got so fucking lucky. 6 platinum pieces.
What?
Wait, how much is a platinum?
10 gold.
Platinum is what
Is it 10 gold?
is worth 10 gold. Each.
So you got 60 something gold of.
Okay.
You find some other odds and
Okay, I'm
ends.
gonna do
You find some other odds and ends on this goblin, which lead you to believe that he has stolen from the captain.
this. Yeah.
Oh, that means Gab's gonna have jack shit on now.
That rusty key means we can go places.
So there's only 2 more bodies left. I'll go search the one I quartered up.
I'm gonna flip a gold coin to see who gets it. Either me or Lydia.
The last body, or
There's
still
2 bodies.
Yeah, there's still one more body. I'm doing the one that I quartered up.
Oh, for the last one.
Okay,
Ah.
you can fight yourself for
Hang
it.
on, there's 2 more bodies.
She wants the second one,
Okay.
so that means leaves 1 more left.
Yeah.
Do you want it, Delg?
Sure.
Did he get any? Yeah, because he didn't get any loot yet. So yeah.
Hey guys, real quick. Is this being streamed to Twitch?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On your suit? On Captain Silvertongue?
No.
No. It should be on the group, which is LOUH_ish.
Yes.
LOU what?
LOUH_ish.
League of Unexpected Heroes. _ish.
Okay. Eladia,
That way I can
You-
follow along.
go up to the goblin with a sense of disappointment as you see that he is the most raggedy looking one of the bunch.
Damn.
True enough, he doesn't carry much on him, but he does have 11 gold pieces.
Okay.
You're rich.
Del,
Just so you guys know, you're not live.
we're not live?
What?
No.
I thought you clicked stream.
I did, and I've got it right now. Like,
Oh man, that means my
oh, offline.
my poison's gone. Damn.
Shit.
Your poison's
Well,
coming?
that sucks.
Well, because it was on my halberd, and
Oh.
Um,
Okay.
but he died before I could even
Yeah.
have him make a save.
Oh,
he remembered to hit
That-
start recording, but forgot to hit start.
no, I
streaming.
hit both. I know I did. It just didn't take.
That's
Well,
No,
welcome
alright,
everybody to the
so-
middle of the game here, by the way, for all the
So-
Twitch
If you
streamers.
missed anything, go to YouTube. It'll be there
for-
eventually.
Because of,
Eventually.
Sorry.
because of technical difficulties, we've actually been playing for
maximum
Like 20
engine
minutes.
performance.
so
Castrol Edge is titanium
it's a
strong.
very exciting fight.
yeah, it was pretty
They
cool.
The goblins from
I
last
made
week
out like a
attacked.
bandit.
The goblins from last week
Castrol Edge is titanium strong.
Very exciting. But
Yeah.
the hobgoblin was leading the hobgoblins did get away. Goblins from last week
man,
attacked.
like
They've been losing the goblins
is
for the past
titanium
5
strong.
minutes. Hobgoblin found 100 gold. Christoph got extremely lucky and found 6 platinum pieces. They've been losing and some other evidence that the goblin stole from his captain. Shortly before, extremely lucky and found 6 platinum pieces before the fight. Some other evidence that anyway, we were just getting to the last of the
Goblins.
goblins before the fight.
Thanks, dog.
I'm gonna go put this out here.
We were just getting to the last.
Fine, he's just
No.
No, go back the way you came. Like Louisiana,
There
go
you
back
go.
the way you
I'm gonna go put this out here.
And there is 15 gold on the last.
No.
No, go back the way you came. Like Louisiana.
There you go.
No.
And go. There is 15 gold on the last. Good boy.
No.
No, go back the way you came.
Alrighty. So that is all 5
Wait,
goblins
here.
looted. One very spectacular.
Behave.
There is 15 gold.
Delg's not dead.
Delg is not dead. Delg took quite a bit of damage during that fight.
Yeah, he was
looking rough.
At least I didn't die this time.
behave.
You're so concerned
Delg's,
for
I
your
mean,
fellow
you were the one
party.
that pounded on the door to begin with.
You know what? Like,
Aiden.
either try to
rough.
I don't know. At least I didn't die this time.
Yeah.
Look, we don't.
You're so concerned for
I
your
mean,
fellow
you were the one that
party.
pounded on the door to begin with.
You know what? Like, either try to I don't know. At least I didn't die this time. Look, we don't.
I mean, you were the one that pounded on the door to begin with.
You know what? Like,
Very sick. Now what?
either try to Look, we don't.
So
So
you guys have looted your fallen goblin enemies. What are you up to now?
I think we should explore this place a little bit.
so
You guys have looted your
Follow him the way they
fallen
came.
goblin enemies.
I was like,
Circle
What are you
around.
up to
I was
now?
like, we did put a rope down so we can get back up.
Yeah.
So
I think we should follow that hobgoblin.
Well, I mean,
I was like,
honestly, that's
we did put
the
a rope
hobgoblins
down so
aren't
we can
going.
get back up.
I'd say we explore and see what other treasures they've managed to loot.
Who got
By
Honestly, that's
Did anybody announce
the
that?
hobgoblins aren't going.
No.
Nope. I'd say we
Christoph has not said anything.
see what other treasures they've.
We
So I try to tell you. I go ahead and tell you, hey guys, I found this rusty key. Could be to a vault, and any of the treasures they.
we
So I try to tell you. I go ahead and tell you, hey guys, I found this rusty key. Could be to a vault.
I mean,
any of the.
well,
So,
well-rounded businessmen.
well-rounded businessman. That's right.
I give to charity.
I
mean, don't judge. Well,
Okay,
well-rounded
Rob.
businessmen.
Well-rounded businessman.
Keep going.
So I think I'm actually going to head over to this door up here
Well,
and
well-rounded businessmen.
request that somebody come with tools
So
to come check to see if it's trapped.
head over to this door up here.
Hey, buddy.
And
Hey, I have bad luck with doors.
with
Yeah,
tools.
I'm glad we agree upon this. Can you check this one for me?
Alright, I'll go ahead and go check it.
I have bad luck with
Move out of the way.
Alright, I'm gonna step back. I'm glad we agree upon this. Can you behind this pillar?
Just right where D20. Go ahead and go check it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard because there is no.
Alright, I'm gonna step back. Oh,
Okay.
well, okay.
we were hired to do a job
hard because
by your boss, your cousin.
Oh, they never gave us a time limit. Well, okay.
We were hired to do a job by your boss, your cousin.
We're gonna get that job
They
done.
never gave us a time
The
limit.
worst thing to deal with is goblins down here. I think we'll be
We
okay.
were hired to do
Yeah. I think we'll be fine.
Look,
your cousin.
we're gonna get that job done.
Do I?
The worst thing to deal with is
Does
goblins.
anybody have a bow?
I do.
I do not.
Don't give him the arrow.
Alright, so. Wait, what?
Nothing?
You have the arrow.
I do. I'm box.
I do not.
You
In
know the
character,
box.
you have the arrow.
But get out of under the table.
I do. I'm box.
I do not.
All right,
In
so
character, you
hey,
have the arrow.
Is that an entry word?
That is the door.
but
So,
get
the
out
one,
under
the
table.
there's an entryway to your guys',
Alright,
we'll just call it south, southwest.
Uh,
There is a door in the middle, the western wall, and there is a door that is now currently open. So the goblins came through in the northwestern corner. There is a door in the middle, the western wall,
Through the
and there is a door that is now currently open.
western.
So the goblins came through
And look
in
down
the
this hallway.
northwestern. It's just a short hallway leading to another corridor.
Through the entryway is
Nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. The walls are the walls are kind of crumbling, but not enough to suggest, not enough to scare you that there might be a cave-in. They're just a lot worse off than they would have been in their heyday. You get the sense that looking at the walls that this was once a mighty dwarven community. They're just a lot worse off
it is
than
actually.
they would have been in their heyday. You get the sense that looking at the walls that this was once
look down, I'll look
dwarven
around right here actually, and look both corners. So towards the end of the hallway, and look around both corners. Follow me.
You get the sense that looking at the walls that this was once
Look down, I'll look around.
Looking to your right, you see the corridor curves. The corridor curves. The corridor curves about looking to your right, 25 feet away from you. Looking to your left, the corridor seems to go on. The corridor your lantern's light. The corridor curves and about which 25 feet away from you. Looking to your left, 30 feet. The corridor seems to go on. The corridor your lantern's light. The corridor curves and about which 25 feet away from you. Looking to your left, 30 feet. The corridor seems to go on. The corridor your lantern's light.
Isn't it like 10 feet hooded?
It's a hooded lantern.
Yeah.
30 feet for bright light and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
For dim light for an additional 30 feet?
Yep. And then if you lower the hood, it's down to just dim light in a 500.
So do you have? So I guess my question is, do you have the
30
hood
feet for bright
on
light
or
and dim light for an additional 30 feet.
okay? So
For dim light for an additional 30 feet?
Yep. And then
okay,
if
so you can
lower
see
the hood,
to your left
it's down
very
to
clearly.
dim light in a 500.
So do you have? So I guess my question is, about right here, about 30 feet down the way, the light gets dimmer past it, and you can just barely make out where the to your corridor very turns from that side.
Hey, Christoph, come with me.
The door.
In fact, there are two
I have
areas
good luck with doors.
that you can see where the door where the corridor turns. Make out where the
Where we want to go down. I want to go down this way.
turns from that side.
Hey, Christoph, come with me. Whatever. I'm
door.
sure there's other doors.
In fact,
Alright,
there are
fine. I ain't got nothing better to
good
do.
luck with doors.
I'm feeling lucky. I say we should go left.
barely make out where the
We want to go down. I want to go down this way.
from that side.
Hey, Christoph, come with me.
Alright, sounds good. Anyone else coming with?
Other doors.
Alright,
Want to join us? I
I
yell
ain't got
out.
nothing better to do.
We could go down the other hallway.
I say we should go left.
I'll go down the other hallway.
I want to go down this way.
You know, split the party.
Split the party. That is
Sounds good.
horror movies and D&D. Always a good idea.
Alright, so Eladia, are you going through the door that's already open?
Did you want to go down the opposite hallway or the opposite doorway?
So the corridor that you guys are currently standing in is the corridor that the hobgoblin escaped down. There's another door across the other end of the room that has not been opened
The
yet.
hallway or the opposite doorway?
So
And
the
then,
corridor
so
that you
what
guys
they're
are
going down
currently
is a
looking
split
at
hallway.
is
So they're going left.
corridor that the
So I
hobgoblins
figured we could go
escaped
right.
down. There's another
Oh,
door
Or we
down
could
the
go-
split hallway we're
across
talking
the
about.
other
Yeah,
end
okay.
of the room. Oh, so you're gonna follow them and just go the opposite direction?
That's what I'm asking. So what they're going down is a split hallway. So they're going left. So I figured we could go
Milan,
right.
she wants to know your opinion.
Oh,
Or we
down the
could go-
split hallway here. You can't just go.
Yeah,
What?
opposite
So
direction.
you're gonna follow them and just go the opposite direction?
Well, that's what I was talking about. That's what I'm asking. So what they're going down is. I used more than just a gesture. I was using words. He was more worried about plates.
Oh, down the split hallway here. You can't just go.
Do you want to go down the same hallway? In the opposite
No, the
direction?
other one.
Well, alright, so. Where the hobgoblin went? Just a gesture. I was
Yeah.
using
I
words.
think we can go get them.
He was more worried about plates. You in front or me in front? Do you want to go down the same hallway? In the opposite
No, the
direction?
other one. I got the shield and everything.
Where the hobgoblin went? Just a gesture. I was
Yeah.
using words. It's fine. I know you like it from behind. He was more worried about plates. You in front or me in front? Do you want to go down the same hallway?
We get that much higher back shield and everything.
Don't be so salty about that. It's fine. I know you like it from behind. He was more worried about plates. You in front or me in front?
Alright, so
We get that much higher
we'll start with
Don't be so salty.
a group of 3. So you guys decide to go left down the corridor. Alright, so you travel about 30 feet. We'll start down the corridor. All along the are the ruins. So you guys, great dwarven culture. The first. So you travel about 30 feet corner that you come to. You see that there are stairs leading downwards. Great dwarven culture.
Stairs are
The first. It doesn't look. You don't see any lights coming from downstairs. Corner from the top of the stairs. It doesn't look like anyone has come down those down those stairs in quite some time.
He's back.
I want to perceive. Are there any?
It doesn't look. You don't see any lights coming from
I want to
downstairs.
perceive and see if there's any like old torches on the wall.
From the top of the stairs. There are, just like in the room that you, the big room that you left, there are sconces along the wall where torches would be held, but there are currently no torches in there. You don't see any lights coming from
I want to
downstairs.
perceive and see if there's any like old torches on the wall. Does anybody have any
There
torches
are,
in there? I can light
just
them
like
for
in the
them.
room, the big room that you left, there
I've
are
dark vision.
sconces along the wall
All right then.
where
I'm not the
torches
one who's
would
blind
be
and
held.
lit.
Turn off that bright light.
No
Make it hard to
torches.
see.
I was like, if you told me before, I had 10 torches, but.
That's fine.
Wait,
All right.
Just
All right.
Wait, why are you not able to use lights?
I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, but you have your lantern.
I know, but I didn't know you guys could see in the dark.
Oh,
I just figured out that you
I
have
was like, if you told me before, he's gonna tie himself off to you.
Alright. My
wait,
character
why
just
are you
figured
not
out
able to? Yeah.
I can't. Okay.
Yeah, but you have your lantern.
I know, but I didn't know you guys could see in the dark.
Oh.
No, I just figured out that you
I was
could
like,
go
if you told me
downstairs.
before, he's gonna tie himself off to you.
Am I able to see anything further down the stairs?
The stairs go down for quite a ways.
Yeah, but you have your lantern.
In fact, they go down for so far that it's at the very edge of
He's
your
gonna
vision
tie himself off to you.
where the landing is.
Well, no indoors.
Do I know what the bullseye lantern
The
does?
stairs go down for quite
Patch.
a ways.
On my robe patches.
Oh, the patch on your badge. It's at the very so the lady who sold it to you gave you a rundown of most of the items that you see on
Before she went on business.
Before she went out of business.
So the lady who sold it to you gave you a rundown. 1 second.
So I got pulled up what it does. I just wasn't sure if my character actually knew.
Before she went on business.
I'll say yes. Your character knows.
Before she went out of
Who
business.
else? She just explained it to you.
Yeah, She explained to you what you were seeing on those patches.
I got pulled up what it does. I wasn't sure if my character
Before she went on business.
I'll sit doesn't even have it on here.
Well, so she just explained it to you.
She explained to you
So it's farther.
what you were seeing.
Yeah, it's basically the same because it's 60 feet cone and shadowy for my character. Total of 120.
Right.
So it's further.
But yeah,
She just explained it.
gotcha.
Not everything converts
Okay.
over.
But yeah, so hey Del.
Yeah, no one endorses anything good's gonna be further deeper.
Total of 120. Alright.
So it's further.
Well, then I'm all for going down. But yeah, I'm gonna go and let you know, Del. Gosh, one of these
Not everything
sneaky
converts
things on me. But yeah, so gives me a pretty rocking lantern that sees outside of my sight, which is
Anything good's gonna be
pretty extensive. I can only see the bottom of those steps. I'm all for going down. But yeah, I'm gonna go and let you know, Del. Gosh, one of these
Not everything
sneaky-
converts
Okay.
over.
Alright. To me, it seems like you guys are intent on going downstairs, so you know what?
Sounds like a beacon like that. Anything that's coming from a mile
I
away.
can only see the bottom of those steps.
I start heading downstairs.
Yo.
You're the. Wait, do you have your lantern now?
Yeah, alright.
Oh.
To me,
I
it
thought you were
seems
going
like
blind.
you
I'm
guys
like,
are
dude.
No, I already started it. I just started heading downstairs. Luke's mumbling to myself.
Nope.
I can only see the bottom of those steps.
You're the.
I'm gonna follow the
Wait,
point
do you have
about
your
people
lantern?
making targets of
I
themselves.
thought you were going
as a
blind.
guy.
I'm like,
I
dude.
want to follow
Meanwhile-
complaining about people complaining to themselves.
Mumbling to myself.
Meanwhile, Aladia and Milan go up the corridor that the hobgoblin escaped into and find that the corridor twists and turns quite easily. Meanwhile, making it very easy that the hobgoblin could have gotten away. Hobgoblin escaped that no idea which direction.
I'm going to put Bethany away and pull out Susan
Twists
and my shield.
turns quite easily. Meanwhile, making it very easy that the hobgoblin could have gotten away. Alright, so you round
I'm going to
corner.
put Bethany away and pull out Susan and my shield.
You round the corners and see a split level corridor.
Left or right?
Alright, so you round
I'm going to
corner.
put Bethany away and pull out Susan and my shield.
It's always safer to
You
go
round the
left than
corners
face.
and see
But that's not the right way to go.
a split level corridor.
Left or right?
Alright, so
Um,
Unless we split up again. No.
still left.
That would be pushing our luck, wouldn't it?
and see
But that's not the right way to
Three-way
go.
split.
a split level corridor.
Left or right?
So you guys decide to go left. About 15
Unless we
feet
split up
forward,
again. No.
you see the corridor split.
That would
Or,
be
sorry,
pushing
not
our luck,
split,
wouldn't
but
it?
turn.
But that's not the
You
right
go
way to go.
through split level corridor, and this.
Left or right?
So you guys decide to go left. The
About
more you
15
delve into
feet
the
forward. No.
dungeon, the more you realize that these dwarves built their place, their home, to be that, and this ending twisting curves. The more you delve into the dungeon, the more you realize that these dwarves actually become quite annoying to the two of you, their home, who to be that have pretty short tempers as it is. Ending twisting curves.
I mean, out of the two of us, I'm the worst one, so.
The more you realize that these dwarves actually become quite annoying
Could've just kept.
to the two of you,
Just kept going.
who
Didn't have
to
to be down here.
have pretty short tempers. There are the corridor twists and turns.
I mean, out of the two of us,
then
I'm the
rights,
worst
then
one,
lefts
so.
again.
What is this patience you speak of?
Actually become quite annoying
Could've just kept.
to the two of you.
Just kept going. Didn't have to be down here.
Have pretty short until finally there are the corridor twists and turns.
I mean, out of the two of
lefts,
us,
then
I'm the
rights,
worst
then
one,
lefts
so.
again.
What is this patience you speak of?
It's an ashy wooden color.
Could've just kept. Could've just kept going. Be down here.
Appreciate it.
Until finally,
You're not going to handle the situation.
you get the sense that the door was actually put there more recently than the ruins.
Is it locked?
Until finally,
Yeah, I'll check the door handle.
okay. The door is locked. You get the sense
Oh, thank you.
that the door, but not trapped. Nothing happens to you as you jiggle the door.
No, that's good. Is it locked?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll check the door. You got anything I'm lock picking? Or sleight of hand?
But not
There was somebody who did have that.
as you jiggle the door.
No, that's good.
There's somebody that's a key in there.
Is it locked?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll try. You got anything I'm lock picking? Yeah. Sure. Sleight of hand. That's a nat one.
Oh, God.
I should not do this.
What are you using to lock?
I was probably using one of my daggers.
Your dagger breaks.
God damn it.
You
That's a
put
nat one.
the dagger into the keyhole, and
I should not do this.
not knowing
I
what
was
you're doing,
probably using
you
one
snap
of
the
my
tip
daggers.
off in the keyhole.
Oh,
Your dagger breaks.
God
That
damn it.
happens to some people sometimes.
You
That's a
put
nat
the
one.
dagger into the
No, because
Don't call it
I
hammer.
should not do this. Yeah, no, see, I was getting ready to bust down the door now,
what you're
because
doing.
now I'm
You
pissed.
snap the tip off in the keyhole.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm gonna bust the shit out of it.
Okay.
No, because
Don't call it hammer.
I should not use that. Yeah, no, see, I was getting ready to bust down the door now. 16. I'm pissed.
That'll hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna bust the shit out of it. 10. Damn it. No,
Yeah.
I should not use that. Yeah, no, see,
So what are you using to hit this?
16. Right now I'm probably my spear.
That'll hit.
Around the door.
Susan,
Yep.
are you using the head or the
10.
shaft?
Probably the shaft.
Yeah.
Makes more sense.
Alright. So you pound the door with the shaft of your spear. It
Right now I'm probably my
cracks,
spear.
but it does not
Around the door.
budge. Susan,
Yep.
are you using the head or the
10.
shaft?
14. Probably the shaft.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
Sense.
Alright. So you pound the door. This time when you hit the shaft, hit the door with the shaft of your spear, it does not. The door busts enough to come loose of its hinges,
14.
and
Probably
it
the
swings forward. Go ahead and roll for damage. It swings forward. It swings forward like an inch. This time when you hit the shaft,
But it's loose now?
it is loose.
I will open it the rest of the way.
The door busts enough. Inside you see a fairly large room.
You cannot do tables.
It swings forward. It swings forward like
So we keep seeing his head.
dog.
Yeah.
What are you talking about me?
I-
What are you talking about?
Way.
Inside you see a fairly large room. Inside you
No,
see
to self.
a fairly large
We're not meant to pick locks.
It swings forward like
So we keep seeing his head. I am meant to do other fun stuff.
What are you talking about me?
I-
What are you talking about?
That is
Inside you
beautiful.
see a fairly large room.
That is a very large room, though, considering.
Uh,
We're not meant to pick
the
locks.
room is about 20 feet by 15 feet.
I am meant to do other
I
fun
know.
stuff.
You can totally visualize that, can't you?
Yep. That is
And it has a
That is a
doorway
very large
on the
room,
side,
considering.
on your right-hand side, about halfway through the wall. And it has a second doorway all
I am meant to do other fun
the way to
stuff.
the back of the room on your right hand, on the
Yep.
right-hand wall. And it has a
That is
doorway
very
on
large.
the side, on your right. Inside, you see rusted weapons and short bows. You get the
Oh, good, we
sense
found the armory.
you get the sense that this is where the goblins keep their wares. You see sacks of vegetables. Sorry, not vegetables. You see rotting meat. And goblins don't kill vegetables.
Oh, good, we found the armory. I
You
know.
see rotting meat and you see salt. You see enough provisions provisions to last maybe 3 days, or quite a number of as they are small and don't require as much food. You see enough provisions to last. So yeah, that's what you see before you. What do you do? 3 days?
Any of the weapons?
Quite a number of you see quite a number of spears and swords. All of them look like they are. Look like what you see before you. Your own weapons would break them in an instant. They don't look very well maintained. You see, they don't look very well maintained. All of them look like they are.
I think we're gonna stick to the plan and keep going left then.
Your own weapons would break them in an instant.
Just keep walking.
They don't look very well maintained. You see, they don't look very well
Attacking
maintained.
numbers.
All of them look like they are.
I think we're gonna stick to the plan and keep going left then.
Just keep walking.
No.
I think what he's saying is he wants to switch back to them.
No, I'm not trying to say that at all.
Attacking
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
No, it actually is a fairly good time. So you guys are making your way through the armory. Meanwhile, you guys have made it down the stairs.
No, I'm not trying to
have
say that
made
at all.
it to
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
second level. It actually is a fairly good time. So you guys are making your way. No, he's right. It's probably a good time. Meanwhile, you guys have made it down the stairs.
Meanwhile,
With the other three.
Meanwhile, in Russia.
It actually is a fairly good time. Alright, so as you get to the end of the stairs, you see a fairly large room.
Meanwhile,
The room itself is dark,
in Russia.
but. Alright, so as you get to the end of the stairs, you see a. The room itself is quite dark, but it does. The room itself is dark. Show you. But there is a lot of machinery in the room. You see the room itself is quite dark, but it does. The room itself. And there's actually quite a few doors. One right to your left. A lot of machinery in the room. Right to your left. There's a doorway to your left. There are two doorways on the left-hand wall. Doors. Excuse me. One right to your left. One doorway on the left-hand wall. And one doorway on the far right to your left. Right-hand wall. There are two doorways on the. Looking about, you get the sense that this is where the dwarves essentially set up the main hub of their crafting. One doorway on the far right to your left. Here's a lot of dormant machinery. Looking about, you get the sense things that were once used to set up the main transport of their molten ore to the various workshops that are probably here's a lot of somewhere machinery facility. You get the sense things that or at least Del recognizes that being a dwarf. You two understand the implications. Christoph and Nate, you understand the implications of the machinery that you're seeing there, but you don't get the full sense of what they're used for. Facility. Things that, or at least Del recognizes that being a dwarf. You two understand the implications. Christoph and Nate, you understand the implications of the machinery that you're seeing there, but you don't get the full sense of what they're used for.
I'm not that
or at least Del recognizes that being a dwarf.
Let's get into that conversation.
Yeah, I got just definitely machinery. That's about the extent of my knowledge. To your knowledge, does any of this look usable?
It's been here long for a long time. I mean,
Let's get into that conversation.
Yeah, I got just definitely machinery. That's about the extent of my knowledge. To your knowledge, does any of this look usable?
Those are a lot of stairs.
Been here a long time.
Let's do that conversation.
Yeah, well then I said we just continue exploring. Let the ventures go on.
I'm gonna let you take point this time, Dale.
That way.
Alright, I'm gonna follow.
So you head to the far left door. Okay.
Yeah, well then I said we just continue exploring. Let the ventures go on.
I'm gonna let you take point this time, Dale.
All right. So
So
I guess we're taking a break.
Somebody who wanted to take a break.
I guess we're taking a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, what time are we at?
8:09.
It is hour and 9 minutes.
Hour 10.
So
And is that the time of the stream, or is that the time of the
I guess we're taking a break.
Somebody who wanted to take a break.
I guess we're taking a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, what time are we at?
It is 8:09.
It is hour and 9 minutes.
Hour 10.
Is that the time of the stream, or is that the time of the
I guess we're taking a break.
Somebody who wanted to take a break.
I guess we're taking a break. We'll be back in 5 minutes.
Alright, what time are we at?
It is starting.
It is hour and 9 minutes.
Hour 10.
Amy,
stream, or is that the time of the
Amy, I'm on.
Yeah.
So, okay, I sent you a message, but they're out, so I'll just talk to you. Is
I'm
that
sorry, I don't have access to that stuff. I didn't hear it.
rude? No, I'm joking. You're fine. Amy. So it's probably gonna spend this time when we're walking and stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay, I sent you a message, but they're out. I actually don't think they muted it. He just wrote down the
I'm
time.
sorry.
Oh,
Don't have
well,
access to that stuff. I
now a
didn't
word
hear
from
it.
our sponsors. Hey there, halflings! Are you tired of looking up at the humans, the elves, and even the dwarves? Well, do we have a product for you? The Stilt Shoes. These
I
plus
actually don't think
5.
they muted it. He just wrote down the time.
Oh, to armor
Stilts.
Stilts. Well, not only increase their height, but allow you tired of kick those shoes right in the shins. See your local shop today. The Stilt Shoes. These plus 5.
And on that note,
Stilts.
no. So while we're walking, I was probably gonna want to spend this time to talk to you about emotions, and specifically, I wanted to try to figure out no why the others responded the way they did back in town. Spend this time to talk to you about so because emotions, huh? And specifically, I wanted to try to figure out. Okay. Because pretty much at some point in the near future, probably at the most inopportune time, she's probably going to try and apologize to them to try and emotions make amends, I guess you could say. Specifically, I wanted to try to figure out. Because pretty much at some point in the near future, probably at the most inopportune time. Alright, see, this is why I'm talking to you. I need to figure this stuff out. Try and apologize to them. Okay, so don't make amends, I guess you could say.
Never make amends. What? Amends are wrong.
Because pretty much, what should I do then? Alright, see, this is why I'm talking to you. I need to figure this stuff out. Just not save them. Okay, so don't. Are you trying to get...
You'll just say, you remember that one time? Yeah.
What should I do then? So anytime I think about saving them, I just remember every time that they've ever crossed me. Just not save them. Oh my gosh. Okay, so don't. I'm really glad I'm not in here for this.
Say, you remember that one time? Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. It actually makes sense though. So anytime I think about saving them, I just remember every time that they've ever crossed me. Just not save them. Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm worried. I'm really glad I'm not in here for this.
It's okay.
That makes a lot of sense. It actually makes sense though. So anytime I think about
Oh
saving
my
them,
god, I know they will.
time that they've ever crossed me.
I'm like, hey, let's just finish turning in this stupid quest that you guys begged me to go on.
Are you trying to get for this? That makes a lot of sense. It actually makes sense though. So anytime I think about saving
Oh
them,
my
I just
god, I know
remember
they
every
will.
time that they've ever crossed me.
I'm like,
True.
hey, let's just finish
Is Aiden aware
turning
of
in
that?
this stupid quest that you guys begged me to go on.
No, but he's at the end. It's okay that he doesn't know.
I
It's
could.
even more fun that he does it.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna come out of left field. He's not gonna know how to respond.
Delicious videos.
It's gonna be.
Stupid quest that you
Then we
guys
see how
begged
good
me
of
to
a
go
DM
on.
he really is.
Oh, this is his first campaign. You know that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I spent all this time talking to you guys. Was because I knew it was gonna fuck with him because I knew he didn't know how to handle it.
Then we see how good of a DM he really is.
Not because this is his first campaign. He's just inexperienced.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I spent all this time talking to you guys. Was because I knew it was gonna. I really wasn't worried about you in the beginning. But now out of everybody, I worry about you. Not because this is his first campaign. He's just inexperienced. That's why. I think part of it though is that you have the luxury of being not here in person, so it's harder to gauge responses. But now out of everybody, I worry about you. Not because like right now, you could totally be busted by balls and I wouldn't know it.
Oh, I'm not.
That's why. I think part of it though. I know, but you know what I mean, like. Not here. You have the most opportune position out of everyone. I worry about you because like right now you could totally be busted by balls and I wouldn't know it. I know, but you know what I mean, like. Okay. So how you have the most opportune position out of everyone. So how would I know when to kill him? Because like right now you could totally be busted by balls and I wouldn't know it. When they're dying? I know, but you know what I mean? Like, okay. So, how, you have the most what if you're dying? Out of everyone.
And you say,
so how would I know when to kill them? Because, like, right now, you could totally be busted by balls and I wouldn't know it. When they're dying? I know, but you know what I mean? Like, okay. So, how, you have the most what if you're dying? Out of everyone. Okay. So how would I know when to kill them? Okay. Oh, Delg. When they're dying?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, because I have a healing ability and I bought a bunch of potions before we left. Gotcha. You're dying. And apparently I was the only one that bought potions. How would I know when to kill them? Okay.
I mean, probably.
Oh, Christoph might have bought some after, but I think that was after Aiden said something. Gotcha. Yeah, because I have a healing ability and I bought a bunch of potions before we left. Gotcha. And apparently I was the only one that bought potions. Okay.
I mean, I'm a cleric. I heal.
No, right. Might have bought some after, but I got him because if one of us is unconscious, because I have a healing ability or out of spells, I bought a bunch of potions that could be detrimental. Okay.
That's good reasoning right there.
No, right. But I got him because if one of us is unconscious, because I have a healing ability or out of spells, I bought a bunch of potions that could be detrimental. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because at some point, all these guys have pissed me off. So it's now going to be very difficult. Because if one of us is unconscious, which is why I'm talking to you anyway.
No! Oh, good God.
Don't die.
No, I didn't. Someone just sacrificed themselves for me.
Oh no. At some point, all these guys have pissed me off. So it's now going to be very difficult. If one of us is unconscious, which is why I'm talking to you anyway.
For me so I can live, because I am keeping this team alive.
Don't die.
No, I didn't. Someone just sacrificed. Is this like the greatest for me?
Oh no.
Greatest source of love I've ever seen in my life.
So it's now going to be very difficult. Which
is
why I feel my alignment getting ready to shift.
Because I am keeping this team alive.
Don't die.
Right now.
Lawful neutral.
No, I didn't. Someone just sacrificed.
Oh no.
Maybe you should be okay.
Well, yeah, it's one of those funny things because it's like I think it's gonna go to true neutral. Because I'd be just in lawful neutral. Would it?
Yes, especially with
well, yeah, it's one of those. Because I figured since I was just in it for myself at this point, I think it's gonna go to true neutral.
No, it's gonna say just in it. It's gonna say lawful. If anything, it'll be lawful evil or lawful good, just because with the religion.
Well, yeah, it's because I figured since I was just in it for myself at this point, I think it's gonna go to true neutral.
No, it's
because
gonna
I
say
just in it. So that's just
if anything, it'll be lawful.
that one's just making sure There's order, right?
religion,
Yeah,
and everything.
I figured since I was just in it for
Civilization, making
myself
sure
at
the
this
world
point.
expands,
Right.
making sure that we spread.
The good word.
I mean,
That
I
was
can't
just
get
making
public
sure there's order, right?
religion,
Yeah,
and everything.
I figured since
Also, what I think is hilarious is I'm the one that has the arrow.
Wait, you have an arrow?
The good word. Yeah. They're back. We have to stop talking about them.
Did you take an arrow?
Right. Oh god, no, I'd have to stop mid-mystery. I think it's hilarious is I'm the one that has the arrow.
Probably bring the dog in.
The good word. Yeah. They're back. We have to stop talking about them.
He's like people.
Because he wants back underneath the table. Oh god, no, I'd have to
Yeah,
stop mid-mystery and play footsie with you.
Okay, so we are back. We've all had our breaks.
We got the time.
Some of them had. He's like people.
Because he wants back underneath the table. Oh god, no, I'd have to stop mid-mystery and play footsie
We've
with
had our
you.
break. Okay, so let's went to the bathroom. Other of us got snacks. The whole shebang.
Buried.
We are back. And we've all had our group of
Got the
3
time.
some of them had decided they were going to go to the far
Back
door.
underneath the table. Oh god, no, I'd have to stop mid-mystery and play footsie
We've
with
had our
you.
break. Okay, so let's went to the bathroom. Which leads them snacks. The whole shebang. They're following the network. Our group of 3 into had decided they were going to go to a similar chamber
Oh god, no, I'd have to stop mid-mystery
where
and play
the ore, the machinery looks as if the ore following the has several areas where it would be a similar chamber put into the ore shafts, the machinery, so to speak. Basically, wow,
Puts the lotion on the shaft.
So Del recognizes the machinery to living with the dwarves. This is where the ore would travel, where it would then be put into sections to be shaped and molded into weapons, other such things. Machinery into living with the dwarves. On the far side of the where it would then be put into room, they see a portcullis and molded into weapons, other such things. Machinery to living with the dwarves. On the far side of the
So before we go into that room, I want to actually
room,
take a moment, look around for any kind of light, see if anything jumps out at me as far as hidden doors and switches, anything like that.
go ahead and make perception.
Now,
On the far side of the
So before we go into that room, I want to actually 16. Take a moment, look around for any kind of light, see if anything jumps out at me as far as hidden doors and switches, anything like that.
oh, make perception.
We just had a break.
Is it ill-timed break?
Who was it? Why'd you have to go to the bathroom?
I have tea.
Look around for any kind of light.
We could start talking more about those stilts.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and I'll say, so you don't see anything of particular interest in this room. You see a small-ish chest in the corner of the room. So we'll go ahead and I'll say, however, we're going to see anything. Switch back to Aladia and you see Milan, small-ish.
This is the real reason why we split the party.
You guys,
Yeah, it's our turn again.
yeah. So you guys were making your way through a corridor, or sorry, through the armory. As you were making your way through the armory,
This
guys,
is the real reason why we
you
split the
hear
party.
a number of
Yeah, it's our turn
footsteps
again.
approaching your location.
From behind us or from one of the doors?
From the door that you're heading towards, through the armory.
I'm okay with this.
Post up on the side of the door.
This is the real reason why we split the party. Wait, where's the door at? Yeah, it's our turn again.
Approaching
Oh, of course, it had to be in the corner. Can I get on the other side of it? One of the doors.
from the door you can get like right here.
I'm okay with this.
You'll be facing the door, so they'll be able to see you as soon as they come in.
Wait, what's the door? Is the door open or not?
Approaching
Oh, of course, it had to be in the
Looking
corner.
at the
Can I get on the other
hinges,
side of it?
the door will open.
Well, if I could see the hinges, the door opens out.
You'll be facing the door,
Yeah.
so they'll be able to see. So the door will open towards the corridor that you'll be going towards, that you would be going into.
Oh, of course, it had to be in the
Looking
corner.
at
Oh, can I get
so
on
they'd
this?
have to pull the door. The door
Yeah.
will open from their side.
Well, if I could see,
So
so I'm okay with being
right
in front of it. Yeah, my spear and
The
shield.
door will open towards the corridor that you'll be going towards, that you would be going into. Footsteps grow. So they'd have to pull the door.
You ready for this? Yeah.
From their side.
Well, if I could see,
So
so I'm okay with being right in front of it.
The door will open towards the corridor that you'll be going towards, that you would be going into. Footsteps. So the footsteps grow.
You ready for this?
Louder.
Yeah.
From their side.
Well, if I could see, so I'm okay with being right. Motherfucker.
There, move. I don't care where you go, figure it out.
Underneath the table.
Best of the available options.
See, and that only took one trip.
No problem. There, move.
As the
I don't care
door
where you go, figure it out.
opens,
Underneath the table.
Oh, geez, what did you guys do?
you see
Nothing there, footsteps approaching us.
See, and that only took one trip.
you see you see three
There, move.
as the door you see three goblin-like creatures with dark gray skin. You see approaching you. At the back of the three is the same hobgoblin who escaped you. He sees Ladia and cries, "Dark gray skin."
That was the creature that killed my brethren! Get them!
And one of the hobgoblins,
I made friends.
one of the gray skin
I posted up right next to
cries,
so.
"Dark gray
Yeah, they can't see you, they see
The
me.
creature that killed my
One
brethren!
of the
Get
one of
them!
the gray-skinned goblins that you now recognize as a gnome
I made
walks
friends.
through the door.
Oh, it's
One of the
never.
gray-skinned
I can never pronounce that one. A deep gnome. Yeah, they can't see you, they see me.
Sverfnevlen.
Yeah,
The
that.
Sverfnevlen walks through the door, goblins, and Milan, you will get
Oh, it's
you
never.
will get
I can never pronounce that one.
an attack of
A
opportunity,
deep gnome.
and then I'll
Yeah,
need
they
you guys
can't
to roll
see you.
initiative.
Surprise. Yeah,
It's
that.
a surprise attack, but surprise attacks in 5e basically work around where and only those who have surprise
Oh,
get
it's
to
never.
get
I can never pronounce that one.
an attack of
A
opportunity,
deep gnome.
and then I'll need you guys to roll.
Are you gonna make an attack?
It's a surprise attack, but surprise attacks in 5e basically work around where. So go ahead and roll the hit. Only those who have surprise get to get
It's going to be 20.
Are you gonna make an attack?
basically work around where. So go ahead and roll the hit.
Hey, you got the same bonus I do.
Only those who have surprise.
And let's see. It's going to be 3.
Are you gonna make an attack?
Alright, it looks like it's 7 damage.
Alright.
So go ahead and roll the hit.
Hey, you got the same bonus I do.
And let's see.
We found the hobgoblin right away.
3.
Are you gonna make an attack?
Alright, it looks like it's 7
I'm
damage.
assuming he's in this corner.
Alright.
Hey, you got the same bonus I do.
You said it was 7 to hit?
So
Yes.
I found the hobgoblin.
Okay. Or sorry, no, 7 hit points.
Are you gonna make an
Alright.
attack?
Alright, it looks like it's 7
I'm
damage.
assuming he's in this corner.
Hey, you got the same
Alright,
bonus
so
I do.
your warhammer hits the first gnome square in the chest. You can see that it takes the brunt of the hammer and looks at you quite angrily. Go ahead and roll for initiative. Your warhammer hits or did you already roll? The first gnome. What did you get, chest?
Oh, I didn't know if you want to go in order. That's gonna wait. I got a 14.
The brunt of the hammer and looks at you.
Did you really roll the same thing?
Go ahead and roll for initiative.
Sucker.
Okay.
I I mean, if you ask him, he might say that. I got a 14. Did you really roll the same thing?
Okay, so
Sucker.
the gnomes actually will go first.
That is not a gnome. I mean, if you ask him, he might say that.
The gnomes will actually go first. The first gnome
Did you really roll the same thing?
is going to attack Milan.
Sucker.
The gnomes actually will go
That
first.
is
Square in
not
the
a
chest.
gnome. I mean, if you ask him, he might say that.
The gnomes will actually go first. The first gnome
Did you really roll the same
is
thing?
going to attack Milan.
Sucker.
The gnomes actually will go
That
first.
is
Square in
not
the
a
chest. There's 3 gnomes, yes. Thank you, Cody, for the gnomes will actually
3 gnomes and a hobgoblin.
gnome.
Oh, this is a 2 for 1.
Yeah, make it bloody.
Alright, so
Oh,
the
you
first,
know I like it bloody.
the first goblin is going to attack you, Milan.
3 gnomes and a hobgoblin.
That is going to be a
Oh, this is a 2 for 1.
18 to hit.
Jesus.
That is just make it bloody.
So it hits?
Yeah. Oh, you know I like it bloody.
Alright. First goblin is going to attack you. That is going, he swings his war pickaxe at you,
Oh, this is a 2 for 1.
bringing it down on your shoulder
That
for
is just make it bloody.
7 damage.
Yeah. Oh, you know I like it bloody.
Alright. The second no. He swings his letters at you, something under his breath, down on your shoulder for 7 damage. He chants some ancient goblin
Oh, I hate spellcasters.
gnomish language, and a blinding light appears in Eladia's face.
Oh!
He chants some ancient.
Thanks, Doug.
You
Oh, I hate spellcasters.
go ahead and do
For our listeners, he's currently holding a flashlight to her character.
go ahead and do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, this ain't good.
Eladia's face.
Oh! Oh, that's not good. 7. Thanks, Doug.
Woo!
I rolled a
Bringing
4.
up the big guns.
Oh, Jesus, I'm
You are
gonna...
now blinded for 1 minute.
1 minute?
Go ahead and do at the end of
Oh, this ain't
at
good.
the end of each of your turns.
Doing nothing.
Oh,
At
that's
the
not
end of
good.
each of
Oh,
your
no.
turns.
I'm swinging wildly, which means I'm gonna have disadvantage.
At the end
4.
of each of your turn, you can make
Oh,
some
Jesus, I'm
Constitution
gonna...
saving throws.
Okay, that makes me feel better. 1 minute?
For the time being, you are now blinded.
We are shit sticks.
The
Oh, I think I can fix it. Oh, no. I'm
The third
swinging
goblin.
wildly, which means I'm gonna have disadvantage.
You have to be
4. No, yeah. Oh,
The
Jesus.
third gnome is going to.
Okay, that makes me feel better. 1 minute?
For the time being, you are now blinded.
We are shit sticks.
The
Oh, I think I can fix it. Oh, no. I'm
Dart
swinging wildly, which means I'm gonna have
with
disadvantage.
a 17 to hit.
Yeah. Oh,
The third gnome, Adelaide, sorry.
okay. Yeah, that matches.
Okay.
We are shit sticks.
The dart hits you in your chest,
Oh, I'm good.
dealing only 3 damage.
Woo!
Adelaide, sorry. However, as the dart hits you,
Oh, I knew there's something on it.
you feel a strange sensation. Despite being blind, you can feel something emanating from the puncture wound in your chest.
Oh God, they're trying to date rape me.
However, make another Constitution saving
Oh,
throw.
I knew there's something on it. 18.
That will be enough.
That's probably a good thing.
You recognize.
Oh God, they're trying to date rape me. I think he's punishing me.
You recognize the poison is trying to flow through your veins. However, your
18.
stout lizard folk body manages to stave off the
That's
poisonous
probably a
effects.
good thing.
You
Oh
recognize.
God, they're trying to date rape me.
Now we
I
have.
think he's punishing me.
It is recognized.
Oh good, I'm gonna try to swing at the one in front.
Okay. Roll with disadvantage. Lizard folk body manages to stave off.
That's probably a good thing. 13.
That will not hit.
Okay.
You swing wildly with Susan, your spear,
Oh, good.
but it does not make contact with anything.
Okay.
In fact, your blindness makes it so that you feel like you don't even know what's in front of you.
Okay. I am going to use my bonus action. Okay.
You swing wildly with Susan, your spear, but it does not make contact with anything.
Okay.
In fact, your blindness makes it so that you feel like you don't even know what's in front of you.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action. Okay. Bonus action Thunder Smite. So on my next hit, I do extra damage.
Okay.
And then
At the end of your turn, you can
make
make a
6.
Constitution saving
Okay.
throw.
16. Bonus action Thunder Smite.
Okay,
So
that's
on my
enough.
next.
Holla!
Yeah.
I do.
Because on my next turn, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
And then
After you swing, you chant
make
some
six.
of your words to
16.
so that you feel Susan begin to emanate with power.
Holla!
You know that on your next hit,
on my next
you'll be
turn,
able
I'm gonna fuck
to
this guy up.
strike with increased force.
Make
The call upon your words to immense paladin powers. Susan begin to also cures you of your blindness. You know that on your next hit, bringing your sight back into focus and seeing the gnome battling with Milan. Speaking of which, Milan, it is your turn. To immense paladin powers. Susan begin to also cures you of your blindness. You know that on your next hit, bringing your
The same
sight
fucker
back
still in front of you.
and seeing the gnome
I want to go ahead and attack.
Speaking of which, Milan, it is your turn.
I was like, I'm good now.
It's a gnome.
It's a deep gnome.
No. What's up? Okay, I'm just go attack.
Okay.
Same fucker still in front of you.
17.
That will hit.
I want to go ahead and. Oh, sweet. And I have damage. 10.
All
I was like,
right.
I'm good now.
You swing your warhammer,
It's a deep
bring
gnome.
it up to its jaw, cracking its skull, and sending it to the ground.
17.
That will
Oh,
hit.
I'm glad I didn't hit with.
Oh, sweet. And I have damage. 10.
All
I was like,
right.
I'm good now.
You swing your
Is he dead?
warhammer,
Yes.
He is dead.
bring it up, he ceases to move, cracking its skull and sending it to the ground.
And I'm still in front of the doorway blocking.
Oh, I'm glad I didn't
what?
hit with.
I'm still in front of the doorway blocking.
No. It's in the doorway.
Is he dead?
Yes.
He is dead.
You're off to the side.
You're off to the side. However, the gnomes know that you're there after fighting with the first
Still
gnome.
in front of the doorway blocking.
Oh, I'm glad I
So
I
didn't
just
hit
want
with.
to make sure where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm still in
you
front
will
of
not get another second attack
No.
opportunity.
It's in the doorway. But the only one they can directly see right now is me.
You're
So.
off to the side. However,
So I
the
have
gnomes
cover.
know that you're there.
Yes.
Yes, you do. You're fighting with the first gnome.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I'm glad I
I just
didn't.
want to make sure where I'm at. I'm still
You will not get another second attack
It's
opportunity.
in the doorway. But the only one they can directly see right now is me. So.
You're off to the side. However,
So I
the
have
gnomes
cover.
know that you're there.
Yes.
Yes, you do. You're fighting with the first gnome.
Okay. Okay. I just want to make sure where I'm at.
All right. So the second gnome
But the only one they can directly see
mutters
right now is me.
his gnomish words, and as he moves forward, you see multiple images of the gnome.
In a tiny hallway?
The physical being
They can directly see.
mutters to his gnomish words become blurred, as shifting forward, wavering from sight. You're unable to get a clear view of where he's going from. As he moves forward, he attempts to slip past you. Both of you will get an attack opportunity, but you have disadvantage.
Oh, I hope I hit.
Become blurred, as shifting forward, wavering from sight.
Wow, I rolled the same.
You're unable to get a clear view of where he's going from.
15.
As he moves forward, that will not to slip past you. Both of you will get
Feel on, make an attack.
have disadvantage.
What'd you get?
16?
That will just hit.
Oh, wow, I rolled the same.
Gonna be okay. So,
15.
as
I
he,
needed a +1 somewhere.
as he attempts to move past you,
Feel on, make an attack.
Melania's spear
What'd you
hits
get?
one of the images of the gnome, That passes right through. However, Milan's Warhammer strikes true for as
How much damage?
as he attempts to move past him, the
I
latest
hit him at
spear
movement so epic.
hits one of the images of the gnome.
So it does
Passes
so
right
much
through.
damage.
The third Milan's Warhammer strikes true. No. Comes forward
How much damage?
and pulls his war axe to attack Ladia.
Bring it!
He is going to hit he's going to strike for 13. And
13 damage?
well, no, for 13 to hit.
Oh, and misses.
Misses.
Bring it!
The war pick, the war axe, or
You said war axe.
the war pick. Sorry, it's a pick. The war pick comes at you, but now your sight is
13
completely back, allowing you to see the strike come forward and
Bring it!
dodge out of the way. The hobgoblin, whose turn I missed last round, is going to shoot his bow at you, but now your sight is completely back, allowing you to see the strike
I
come
really
forward
want that spellcaster.
dodge out of the way. The hobgoblin, whose
This
turn I missed
hobgoblins
last
piss me off too.
is going to shoot his. That is going to be. But now your sight is completely back, allowing you a 17 to hit.
Damn, that's fantastic. Yeah, it hits.
Okay. So his longbow arches back. The arrow flies forward, hits through right in your shoulder. For 6 piercing damage.
Okay. Damn, that's fantastic. Yeah, it hits.
That will bring us to Eladia. The arrow flies forward, hits through right in your shoulder. For
Can I get the magic user on my left?
he's still blurred. You'll have disadvantage.
Okay. Which one do you want?
That will bring us to Eladia.
Yeah.
The arrow.
Doesn't matter. I'll take whoever you don't want or whoever's still alive.
Can I get the magic user on my left? I'll go after the one in front of me.
You'll have disadvantage.
Because I really want to take that hobby. Which one do you want? Out back.
That will bring
Beat
us.
his ass. Yeah.
Doesn't matter. I'll take whoever you don't want or whoever's still alive.
19 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. So, not only am I going to do Thunder Smite, I'm also going to add Divine Smite to it. 2d6. And 19 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. 2d8. And another d6. I'm going to use Fighting Style to reroll my 1. 19 to hit. Alright. 2d8.
Still
Another
gets a
1.
one.
I know. And another d6. 19 points of damage. I'm going to use
As your
Fighting
thunder
Style
strike
to reroll
and divine
1.
smite light up your spear, you plunge the weapon
Still one. I
into the
know.
chest of the gnome in front of you.
Is he dead?
Radiant
19
light
points of damage.
pours out from the gnome. A ear-shattering scream fills the air
Not
as
over that thunder.
as the gnome
know.
collapses in a gnome of limbs, some of which
Is he dead?
have been ruptured
19 points of damage.
and are barely hanging on by a thread due to the force of the power being flown into him by your spear.
Not over that thunder.
As the gnome collapses in a gnome of limbs,
And
some of which
is he dead?
have been ruptured and are barely hanging on by a thread due to the force of the power being flown into him by your spear.
It's like you walk into the room, it's empty. You see Orman architecture.
Okay, I'm done.
What a wonder.
Okay. Milan, your go. You have a gnome. You have a gnome behind you and diagonal from you, and the hobgoblin
Offset
is
to your right.
the hobgoblin is outside the door. You can't really see him. Milan, your go. You have a gnome. You have a gnome
I'll talk to one that's
behind
right
you
there.
and diagonal.
You're gonna be at disadvantage.
And
Offset to
he
your right.
succeeded in concentrating on a spell after you hit him, so he is still blurred. You have a gnome. You have a gnome.
I'll talk to one that's right there just a second.
You're gonna be at disadvantage.
I'll
sit here. I really hate to see what happened to these guys if everybody came down here with us. Can you imagine how fucked up they'd be?
You have a gnome.
Turn one would be done.
I'll talk to one that's right there just a second.
You're gonna be at disadvantage.
Alright, let's see.
I really hate to see what
Disadvantage.
happened to these guys.
You are at disadvantage, yes.
Came down here with us.
Alright, I got an 8.
Can you imagine how fucked up they'd be?
Your warhammer goes to strike the gnome, hoping that it will hit once more, but slices right through
Yeah.
a mirrored image of the gnome.
Can you imagine how fucked up they'd be? How many images are left?
Your warhammer goes to strike the gnome, as long as it stays concentrated. It can keep it for up to a minute.
There's 232, right?
Wait.
Except 70% of those groceries
What?
What was that one?
are going to be
How
here.
many images are left? It casts blur.
As long as it stays concentrated. It
What?
can keep it for up to
Say
a
it one more
minute.
time.
He can only cast it when he's concentrating.
So it's a concentration spell. So as long as he
What?
maintains as long as he
It
is
casts
able
blur.
to roll a good DC whenever you do something to upset
What?
his concentration,
Say it
you
one
can
more
keep
time.
it for up to a minute.
He can only cast it when he's concentrating.
So
when
it's
I
a
hit him,
concentration
he
spell.
passed
He passed
DC.
he passed the
What?
DC. Yes.
Okay.
As long as he
It
is
casts
able to roll a good DC
Are you done?
whenever you do something to
Yep.
to upset
What?
his concentration.
Say it one more time.
It is now the hobgoblin's turn.
I'll get you yet!
And he runs away. As long as he
Are you done?
The gnome, however, realizes that he must either fight or run back to an area where your friends might be located, and continues to attack. He is going to go for Milan. The gnome, however, realizes that he is not 20 must either fight or run back to an area where your friends might be located. That's when he continues to attack. He is going to roll 19s.
In
The gnome, however, realizes that he is not 20.
3.5 is
What is rolling?
I was trying to help him.
so in 3.5, if you roll a 20, it's automatically roll the second time. And if that roll would beat the monster's AC, then if it doesn't, the AC is going
I was trying to help max damage versus a multiplier.
yes, multiply 50 rolls the second time. And if that roll
No, but I got him to stop for a second.
most people house ruled not confirming.
I was trying to help max damage.
It's times 2, right?
Yes. For most people, multiply 50.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, but I got him to stop for a second. I can make you feel good
That is gonna hit you for 20 points of damage.
Oh, shit, that would have dropped my ass.
What?
It was a natural 20 with max damage. Ooh.
No, but I got him. Are you down?
No.
I can make you feel good.
That is gonna hit you for 20. His
Oh,
war
shit,
pick
that would have dropped
hits
my
you
ass.
right in the chest. It was a natural 20 with max so deep. A normal
Are you this
uh,
was a bad idea coming out here?
a normal person would be dead, but your dwarvish stature allows you to remain standing. Right in the chest. But according to you, you're looking pretty rough. Aledia, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck this guy up.
A normal
Are you
person
down?
is
This
this
is a bad
big.
idea coming out here.
A normal person would be dead, but your dwarvish stature allows you to remain standing. Right in the chest. According to you, you're looking pretty rough.
Heal or hit?
Aledia, it is your turn.
Oh, I'm
Kill the fucker.
fucking 16.
That will just hit.
I fucking bullshit. Ah,
It hits.
I know.
Okay. It's like,
Heal
what
or
are you
hit?
yelling about?
I'm using my last spell slot for another divine smite.
Roll for damage.
16.
That will just hit.
12, 15. Sorry. I know.
Okay.
19.
It's like, what are you yelling about?
I'm using
You
my
fill your
last
weapon
hit.
with divine energy
divine smite.
and plunge it deep into the gnome,
Shish kebab!
destroying the blur around him.
15.
Suddenly, the blur itself stops completely,
19.
and you
I'm using
see an astonished look on the gnome's face. Plunge it deep into the gnome before the light engulfs its eyes and mouth, destroying the blur around him. Suddenly,
Nobody fucks with
the
my
blur
boy
itself
toy.
stops completely. All three gnomes are dead, but the hobgoblin is long gone at this point. On the
Yeah,
gnome's
I
face. Before the light engulfs its
Fine.
eyes and mouth. Go ahead and ripples around him. Let's see.
Nobody fucks with my boy toy.
Completely. All three gnomes are dead, but the hobgoblin is long gone. Sorry, two of you put down 3 gnomes. Going to be 150 XP each.
I leveled! Nobody fucks with my boy toy. Oh, babies!
I have.
Sorry, 2 of you put down 3 gnomes. Okay, I think that's more than 15 seconds. That was just a taste of the Final Fantasy ending.
I leveled!
Or victory theme.
Okay. Oh, babies! I'm gonna pump myself for 8.
Go ahead and do your healing and your leveling and anything else you have to do. We're going to go
I
back
can short
to
rest. I'm just gonna short rest.
we're
Okay.
going to go back to our 3
I'm gonna
our
pump
3 moves in the
myself
deep.
for 8.
Yeah, go ahead and so you guys have just made it into the smelting room where your weapons are crafted. We're going to go back to our what do you do?
I'm going to.
There's a chest in the corner on the opposite side of the corner. You guys have just made it into the dwarf smelting room where
Everyone
all of your weapons are
Okay, do we need a little contest on this or anything? Because if we're locked,
Sorry.
I'm going to. How about this? First, let's see what's in
On the
it.
opposite side of the corner.
Then, if it favors one of us more than the other, then I'll say it goes to that. But if it's gold, we split it.
we're locked. Gold, okay, it's gold we split it, but here's the deal. If I have to pick a locker or anything like that, then, you know,
Then, if it favors one of us more than the other, then I'll say it goes to that. But if it's gold, we should do that one. I'll do it for free.
okay, gold we split it, but here's the deal. If I have to pick a
I
locker,
certainly intend.
You guys are so cute.
alright.
The chest was locked at one time, but has since been rotted away, essentially, or rusted away. So the as you go to open the lid, the lock crumples apart and the lid comes open. Inside, you see a couple of tools used for forging, things like a forger's hammer. You see a pickaxe. You see a couple of different items. Inside, you see a couple of tools used for. They are dwarvish made, so they are actually in quite good condition. You see a couple of different. That's portals.
There has to be a way to open it. Hey, while someone's looking at that stuff, you want to see if we can open the portal?
They are dwarvish made, so they are actually in quite good condition. So
Who, them or me? Or us? Sorry.
I mean, the group in general would
Oh, gotcha.
it would have benefited the group, but
Looking at that stuff.
I know we're split up right now, so you're like, you got so close, so it's like.
sorry. Continue real quick.
Alright.
In the chest, would that be like a
Who,
sledgehammer?
them or me?
It's a it's one of those smith hammers, smithy hammers.
I know we're
the
split
one
up
that
right now,
has
so you're like,
a
you got so
blunt end
close, so it's
and
like.
that kind of goes to a point on the other end.
Alright.
As a person,
In the chest,
Used
would that
for
be like a
pounding
sledgehammer?
mechanically,
would that be
it's
like
a
sledgehammer up?
it's one of those. If you were to use it in combat, it would be considered a light hammer.
I know we're
The one
split up
that
right now, so
has
you're like, you got so
I,
close, so it's like.
that kind of
take that out.
goes to a point on the other end.
Pickaxe.
As you are rummaging through the chest, you see a potion with a red liquid in it. Upon further inspection, you find that this is a potion of greater healing. Through the chest, you see a potion with a red liquid in it. Upon further inspection, you find that this is a potion of greater healing.
No, I guess.
I'm missing a lid in one of my die cases.
I tried to look under there, it's not there.
Hammer's the guy's potion of greater healing. Anything else that was in the chest?
There's some rope. Got it. It's a small chest. It's a small chest.
But I'm gonna take the door.
I tried to look under there. Let's get this pork list open.
It's a gate. It's a gate with like pointed.
I wonder how many times they're gonna ask that.
Can I see what's on the other side of the portcullis?
It's a small chest. On the other side of the portcullis, it looks as if it is an area where dwarves would.
I wonder how many times they're gonna ask that.
Their crafts to cool and to set after it's been forged in the crafting room that you're currently in.
Let's get this portcullis open, guys!
Would I like to advantage to try to find the
crafts to cool and to
mechanism to open it?
I would say yes. In the crafting room that you're currently in, since you are doing
Let's get this portcullis open, guys!
Would I like to advantage? So, dirty 20.
Okay. You do not see any mechanism on this side of the portcullis. However, you do, you use your knowledge and you do recognize that there is a lever on the other side of the portcullis.
Hey, Christoph, do you see anything around here? You caught the one last time. What did you see?
On this side.
It's over there. We're on the wrong side.
Oh, well, are there any doors?
How far are we on the other side? Portcullis
Is the lever?
Christoph, do you see
So if this is the portcullis, the lever would be about maybe 2-3 feet away from it. It's right there. It's right there by the portcullis.
I want to fashion some of my rope into a
I was actually just gonna say I'd like to fashion a lasso.
So if this is the portcullis,
and
the lever would be
get to in such a position to where I can toss it over to the left.
It's right there. It's right there by the Okay. I would say make a survival check.
I was actually just gonna say I'd like to
Just to be able to make the lasso.
So if this is the portcullis,
and great.
Alright, I guess.
Okay. How did the lasso turn out?
It's right there by the Okay. As soon as you go to throw it, it uncurls.
Here, do you want to try Christoph? Do you want to see if you can make it?
Yeah, I'll give this a go. Survival. 14.
Okay. You fashion a fairly sturdy,
Here, do you want to try Christoph? Do you want to see
sturdy lasso.
Yeah, I'll give this a go.
Go ahead and give me a
Survival. 14.
Okay. We're gonna call this an athletics check.
Oh, I'm better at that.
Actually, you know what? Since it's not very far away, this is gonna be more of a finesse thing. We're gonna call this a acrobatics check.
14.
You're gonna need to use dexterity to loop it around this around the.
Oh, I'm better at that.
Actually, you know what? Since it's not very far away, this is gonna be more of a finesse
I
thing.
got a fashion,
We're
so.
gonna call this a acrobatics
17.
check. You're gonna need to use dexterity. That is gonna be enough. It loops around the thing, the lever. You pull on it, and the portcullis opens up, giving you your. That is gonna be enough.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
As you.
What's that?
Don't say that. That's like the motto at work.
Hey, Milan.
My character.
Yeah.
Do you have a spare holy symbol?
Yep.
As you.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do you have a spare holy symbol?
No, but I can give you mine.
Don't you need it though? For spells?
Yeah.
Do you have a spare holy symbol?
I have.
Yeah.
It's not so much holy symbol, but I have a spare one, so it's like, you know, you can
Do
use
you
it
have a
for
spare
now.
holy symbol? Gotcha. Just until I can fashion my own. Don't you need it though? For spells?
Yeah.
Do you have a spare holy symbol?
I'll give you my spare one. It's not so much holy symbol, but I have a spare one, so it's like, you know, you can
Do
use
you
it
have a
for
spare
now.
holy symbol? Gotcha. Oh yeah, and I suddenly became very angry. Just until I can fashion my own. Don't you need it
Very
though?
angry person.
Oh my gosh, I am. I have a renewed sense of
My spare
inflicting fear upon people. Gotcha. Oh yeah, and I suddenly became very angry. Just until I can fashion my own.
Well, you're not going to Claire.
Oh my gosh. I know, but every time he is by the cleric, he forgets it. Sense of
Alright, so you,
inflicting fear upon people.
you,
Oh yeah, and I
walk
suddenly became
into
very angry.
the room,
Just until I can
and as you do so, you
I know, but every time he is by the cleric, he forgets it.
sort of creaking sound.
Inflicting
It almost
fear upon
sounds
people.
like
And I suddenly became very angry.
the room. It almost sounds like bones cracking, like
I
when
know,
you
but every
crack
time
your
he is by
knuckles.
the cleric,
Soft
he
kind of
forgets
thing.
it.
Sort of creaking sound. Nate
Inflicting
lifts his lantern into the air, like, and in the room, it almost sounds like bones cracking.
I know, but every time he is by the cleric, he forgets it.
In the room, you see two skeletal figures. Lifts his lantern into the air, and in the room, it almost sounds like bones cracking. The room itself is quite large. In the room, you see two skeletal figures are just kind of wandering, not really paying attention. However, they did at the noise the portcullis makes. They do start to wander in that direction. You see two. They, seeing your light, are just kind of wandering. Their recognition dawns on them, and they hear. And they, let's see, Christoph, you were the one who used the lasso, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in front. They, seeing your light, they roar, their recognition, point their weapons in your direction. Everyone roll initiative. Well, everyone is there. Christoph, you were the one who used the lasso.
Here's the deal. I know you guys are in front. I do have to bug out, so I'll allow you guys to roll for my character. I'm going to take a picture of my character sheet and what I got. And I'm going to trust Troy with this.
Their weapons in your direction. Everyone roll initiative.
It was a mistake last time, and he's doing it again.
I know you guys are in front. I do have to bug out, so I'll allow you guys to roll for my character. I'm going to take a picture of my character sheet and what I got. And I'm going to trust Troy with this.
Nate, before you leave, can you go ahead and roll initiative?
It was a mistake last time, and he's doing it again. Yeah, I have one other roll for you.
Do you have a...
Oh, what is it plus on?
Dex.
Oh,
Nate, before you leave, can you go ahead and roll initiative? Del?
It was a mistake last time, and he's doing it
I'm
again.
gonna go for the yellow houses off to the side.
Yeah, I have one other
19.
roll for you.
Do you have a...
what's your number plus on?
417?
Oh,
3.
Hang on, don't. You probably shouldn't say that on stream.
Everybody call Troy now.
7 530.
Yes.
Chris, what was yours?
Dang it, don't say my phone number.
Christoph.
12.
12.
3.
Alright. Hang on, don't. You probably shouldn't say that on stream.
Everybody call Troy
Social
now.
security number is.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Dang it, don't say my phone number.
Christoph.
12. Sam in this text.
Hang on, don't. You probably shouldn't say that on stream.
Everybody call Troy. So I have officially taken the oath of vengeance now. Yes.
1, 2, 3.
I have officially taken the oath of vengeance.
Oh yeah, because you're level 3 now. Nice. That'll be fun.
So get me there.
You probably shouldn't say that.
That?
Okay,
I told Doc, so I told Doc that I'm a very angry individual now.
So we're probably gonna end after this battle. So John, if you want to go ahead and go, that's fine. If you want to stick around, that's fine too. I know you're a busy man, so.
I told Doc, so I told Doc that
See you guys. Have fun.
All right, we love you. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. And if you need anything from me, just let me know.
John, if you
Will do.
want to
Thank
go
you.
ahead and go, that's fine. If you want to stick around, that's fine too. I know you're a busy man, so. All right. Well, it was a pleasure. All right, we love you. Thanks for joining us.
It's like going to a salon and getting hair.
Nate, we'll go first.
Okay.
That's fine too.
So,
You're a busy man. All right. Well, it was a pleasure. Now, Christoph, you are technically.
It's like going to a salon and getting hair.
so I got
Nate,
the inventory.
go first.
Bow and arrow. Oh, I see. The
Okay,
inventory.
here. Just keep it here.
Yeah, I mean it's.
It's coming here next time.
Yeah, true.
Christoph, okay, so remember, take it easy, guys. Christoph, you are technically in the doorway, but he can move around you.
Oh, I see. That's true. So, yeah, I mean it's. See here. As far as that, yeah. Do you know what you had equipped last?
Okay, so
Scimitar
remember,
bow?
Christoph, you are technically in the doorway.
So, if
but
that's the case, then actually I'm going to step aside and just let him shoot with a bow.
Okay.
So,
Go to both
yeah.
for a hit.
See here. As far as that, yeah. Do you know what you had equipped last?
Okay, so
Scimitar
remember,
bow?
Christoph, you are technically in the doorway.
So, if that's the case, then actually I'm going to step aside and just let him shoot with a bow.
Okay.
So plus 5 total.
For a hit.
14.
That will not hit.
You know what you had equipped last?
The bow wishes past the first
bow does that?
skeletal creature, missing it, but only just.
Plus 5 total.
The skeletons approach. They are slightly larger than your average human. They are they look imposing and as if they can take a beating. Delg, the skeletons approach. They are slightly larger than your average human. They are they look imposing and as if they can take a beating. Delg, the skeletons. Okay. 30, 22. Slightly larger.
So what are you guys fighting?
Draugr. They look imposing and
My phone's on the phone. You know this place.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
And I am going to spend a Kai point
What are you guys fighting?
Draugr.
to make 2 unarmed attacks.
My phone's on the phone.
For 8 damage. And I am going to 19 for one of them and 9 for the other. So I'm assuming the 9.
The 9 will not hit. The 19 will though.
That's going to be 5 damage.
So total 13.
19 for one of them and 9 for the other. So I'm assuming the 9.
The 9 will not hit. The 19 will though.
That's going to be 5 damage.
Total 13.
19 for one of them and 9 for the other.
All right. So you come up to the first Draugr and you hit it strongly with your drinking cup. You can hear the bones crack underneath its rotted armor. And then follow it up with 2 strikes from your unarmed hand. The first one misses as the Draugr recognizes you as a threat. The second one does catch it off guard, unable to completely follow it up with 2 strikes from unable to completely dodge the second attack with its slow, kind of sluggish movements. The second one hit it, does catch it off guard, damage, unable to getting a sense that you feel that you hit it quite well, unable to completely dodge the second attack with its slow, kind of then sluggish movements will strike back at you with his sword, getting a sense that you hit it quite well. Unable to completely. That is going to be then sluggish movement. 16 to hit will strike back at you. Okay. Sword, getting a sense that you hit it. That is going to strike you in the chest with its short sword for 4 damage. 16 to hit. The second Draugr reaches back on a very ancient short bow, strike and aims at the elf in front of it. Short sword for 4 damage. That is going to be 19 to hit.
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay, reaches back on a very ancient. That whistle or that arrow whistles through the air, directly past the 2 fighting, hits you square in the shoulder for 7 damage. Okay, reaches.
All right.
On a very ancient.
That's
whistle or that arrow whistles through the air, directly past the 2 fighting, hits you square in the shoulder for 7 damage.
Alright, gotcha. Alright, cool.
Alright. Arrow whistles through the air. That'll bring us back to Nate.
Oh, what about me?
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. Christoph, yeah, you are the last to go. Christoph.
Alright, gotcha. That is a great question.
Alright. That'll bring us back to Nate.
Oh, what about me?
Right. Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry. Christoph, yeah, you are the last to go.
I'll go real quick. I am going to magic missile. What's he looking like? How rough is he?
He's got some cracked bones. He's definitely got some fight left in him. He does seem to appear as if he's moving slightly slower than he was when he first entered the room.
Gotcha. Alright, so that's the case. I'm just going to go ahead and use magic missile all 3 on him.
He's definitely got some fight left in him. He does seem to appear as if he's moving slightly slower than he was when
get a good hit. Gotcha. Alright. That's not a good hit. That's the case. I'm just going to go ahead. Yeah, but so that's 7 damage.
Ow, it tickles, stop.
Just shy of minimum damage. Gotcha. Alright. That's not a good hit.
All 3 bolts hit the Draugr. They crack the bones even further. You can see the fracturing, sort of spider webbing of all of the bones that you can see through those shredded armor that it's wearing. At this point, it is looking very rough, but it is still standing. They crack the bones even further. You can see top of the round, it is now Nate's turn.
Yeah, if I take him out and you go for him, you have advantage, right? Since he's using the bow.
That it's wearing. At this point, it is looking very. He'd only have advantage if someone were flanking him.
It's if he attacks at close range with the bow. He gets disadvantage.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's the case. I'm gonna lean to the side again so Nate can get a clear shot. We're gonna attack this. It's if he attacks at close range with the bow. He gets disadvantage. So, 30-20.
What is he using?
I'm gonna step up. I'm gonna lean to the side again so Nate can get a clear
roll
shot.
for damage.
We're gonna attack this. It's if he attacks at close range with the bow. He gets disadvantage. So, 30-20.
What is he using?
I'm gonna step on D6 plus 3.
Roll for
So 6 total.
damage.
We're gonna attack.
Alright. The bow crashes into the skeleton's rib cage, and as it does so, you see a small light burst from within the rib cage. The skeleton shudders before crumpling to the ground in a heap of bones. The skeleton's rib cage,
So, and I am going to have Nate move in.
You see a small
Wait, hold up.
light
What's his
burst
movement?
from which should be 30.
How many is
Each square is 5. Skeleton shudders before crumpling to the ground.
So yeah, he can do that. I'm gonna have him move in right here. So, and I am going to have Nate move in. Wait, hold up. What's his movement? 30. How many is
Each
square is 5. Skeleton shudders
over here and get
crumpling to the ground.
So yeah, he can do that. I'm gonna have him move in
and take a
right
swim.
here. I am going to have Nate move in. Wait, hold on.
23.
That's a good move. That'll hit.
How many?
Over here and get
for 9.
I'm gonna have him move in.
9.
and then I am going to go ahead and spend another key point.
That's a good move. That'll
Need
hit.
2 more unarmed strikes. Over here and I'm going to send those for 9.
Is that a? That's a critical fail.
And then I am going to go ahead and spend
Okay.
another
I feel your pain.
All right. So your beer mug comes in for a nice, good hit on the back of the Draugr's skull. That's a critical. Your 2 unarmed strikes come in. The first one misses the skeleton. However, the second one makes contact with the skeleton's shield that is holding your beer mug comes in carrying on its back. Nice, good. Go ahead hit on the back of the Draugr's skull. Your hand is hitting a very hard metal object. So I'm going to say take 3 points of damage. Second one makes contact with the skeleton's shield. Your knuckles crack as it hits the shield, and you can feel the pain rush up your arm. Your hand is hitting a very hard metal object. So I'm going to say take 3 points of damage. Second one.
Not near as bad as I was.
Contact with the skeleton's
Oh yeah, that's true, right?
The Draugr turns.
I was about 19. How you feeling right
You
now?
can feel the pain rush. The Draugr turns, drops its bow, leaving its free action to draw its sword.
Not near as bad as I was.
Oh yeah, that's true, right?
The Draugr turns.
I was about 19. How you feeling right
Shit.
Y'all gonna have to pick me back up after
The
this
Draugr
is kind of
turns,
now? Yep.
drops its bow,
I
Put it
got
in my
you.
inventory.
free action to
Pour it
draw
down my
its
throat.
sword.
Got you, man.
That is going to be not as bad as I thought. That's going to be a 6 damage.
Oh, I'm still up.
Oh my
It
God.
Y'all gonna have to pick me back
It
up.
rolled a 2 on a d6.
Yep.
So d6 2 times 2 plus 2.
Yeah.
That is
Woo,
going to
you
be
literally.
not as bad as I thought. That's going to be a 6 damage. So it slashes at you. It pulls the sword from its sheath, slashing at you at the same time for 6 points of damage, leaving a big gash in your chest, but not enough to send you to the ground. That is going to bring us to Kristoff.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to convert my sorcery points
Pulls
to
the sword from its sheath,
spell
slashes at you at
slot.
the same time for 6 points of damage,
And
leaving a big gash in your chest, but not enough to
I
send you to
am
the
going
ground.
to
That is going to bring us to
throw
Kristoff.
another magic missile. Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to convert my sorcery
Okay.
points
Go ahead and roll for damage. For 6 points of damage.
So 5 plus 3, so 8 damage.
Okay.
Throw another magic missile. Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus
The 3 bolts of magical energy hit squarely on the skeleton. You can see just as before the skeleton, the attacks that you are doing to this Draugr are doing some damage to the bones, but otherwise it looks no worse for wear. Top of the round, Nate, before the skeleton attacks that you are doing to this
Alright, that's why I was moved him here so he'd be within range.
Alright, so you're now flanking the Draugr. Go ahead and roll with advantage. Wait, hang on. You're pulling out a scimitar, right?
Yeah, that's why I was moved him here so he'd be within range. Yeah, rapier.
Okay, so you're now flanking the Draugr. Go ahead and roll with
Drop it.
advantage. You're
Drop
dropping
the
the bow?
bow.
Okay.
Yep.
Because otherwise you wouldn't have had the movement speed.
Oh, I know. Yeah,
You're pulling out a scimitar, right?
yeah, it's not gonna go nowhere.
Alright, so Nate drops the bow, rushes into the Draugr, pulling his rapier as he goes. Roll with advantage. Okay.
Yep.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have had the movement.
Yeah, we're so 18.
That'll
Oh wait,
hit.
hold up.
Alright, so Nate drops the bow, rushes into
Go ahead.
the Draugr, pulling his rapier as he goes. Roll with advantage.
Okay.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have had the movement.
Give her a D8. So 18. Oh wait, hold up. Plus 3, 2, is that just to the Okay. Give her a D8. So 5, 6, so a total of 9 damage.
Give me a second.
Plus 3, 2, is that
Okay.
just to the
The rapier flashes in, and then flashes in once.
So
Doesn't
5,
do
6,
much
so
to
total
the
of 9 damage.
shoulder bone that it collides with. However, Nate thinks back to the first Draugr that fell and slips the rapier cleanly between the back rib bones and pierces the same light shoulder that the first Draugr had. Nate thinks back to the first Draugr that crashing into the ground and slips the Draugr are now between the back rib bones. Go ahead and take 150 pierces. The same light shoulder that the first Draugr had. Nate thinks back to the first Draugr crashing into the ground. I leveled up. Draugr are now. All right. That is where we will go ahead and end it. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing for you to loot because they're all skeletons.
Right.
Anything that they once had has either been looted from them already, or has rusted away, or rotted away. There's nothing there. All right.
Ours were not skeletons.
Yours were no. I'll tell you right now, there's nothing for them. But we'll do that next episode. In the meantime, thank you all for listening. If you're watching this on YouTube, you got the full story. If you're watching this on Twitch, I do apologize that we did not, that we had those technical difficulties, so you missed like 30 minutes.
But you can go on YouTube and still view it.
Yeah, go ahead and go over to our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, I believe it's the same as our Twitch channel, just the acronym or the initials of our group, LOUH. We'll see you next Monday at 6:30. Go ahead and just like our name, we are the League of Unexpected Heroes-ish, and we will see you next Monday. Initials of our group, LOUH.